next guest is the creator of the Life in Hell comics and his animated cartoon special entitled The Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire. Will be on the Fox network next Sunday. Here now, take a look at a clip of that show. Here is what you'll see when you tune it in. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Matt Groening. Nice to see you. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
You know, I'm all right. Where are you from? What part of the country are you from?
I'm from Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. And in your work there, do we see a reflection of what your own family life was when you were a kid, or maybe is now?
Yeah, that's what my family looked like exactly. No, they weren't like that at all.
Yeah. And you started doing this kind of thing, cartooning and writing captions pretty early?
Oh, yeah. From the moment I went into school. The first day of school, I started doodling.
Yeah. And how did you know that you were good at this kind of thing? I guess it's self-explanatory.
The kids loved it, and the teachers hated it.
Yeah. Did you ever enter any of those contests they would have in the like the weekly reader magazines, the draw this?
Yeah, and I won.
What was the contest?
It was a Finish the Short Story contest, Jack and Jill magazine.
Oh, I see. And how old were you then?
8.
8 years old. All right.
National magazine.
Yeah.
Won a short story contest.
Wow. And what was the short story?
Well, it was a Finish the Short Story contest, and it started out, little Davy was playing out in the backyard, and he was tired playing cowboy, so he decided to go inside and go up into the attic and pretend to be a ghost. Mm-hmm. So he ran up the stairs, and he opened the door, and he went inside, and then he bumped his head on the ceiling, and he said, "Now I know what I want to be." Mm-hmm. And then you finished the story.
Finish the story.
Yeah.
How long did it have to be?
Well, I don't know. It wasn't very long. I was 8 years old. You know, it was a very short story. Anyway, most of the kids wrote, "Oh, he wanted to be a cowboy. Now I want to be a cowboy. Now I want to be a fire truck." Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, you know how you wanted to be a vehicle sometimes instead of a. And in mine, I said, he hit his head, and he died. And they nailed the door shut to the attic, the family did, and once a year on the anniversary he came down and ate dinner in silence. and the killer last line was, "He was a ghost."
He was entombed in the attic.
Yes.
This is 8 years old?
Yeah.
And you won the Jack and Jill contest.
Well, you know, I was always wondering, because I was watching Casper the Friendly Ghost, and friends of mine pointed out, if there's Casper the Friendly Ghost, where is the body of Casper the Friendly Boy? Right? I mean,
I never got that far in my analysis of Casper.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's why I'm a cartoonist.
And this is odd. And nobody on the Jack and Jill editorial staff, there's a brain trust, nobody in that group who thought this is the work of a disturbed young man.
No, I got rewarded for it. In fact, well, actually, I thought it was a reward at first. Somebody from Jack and Jill magazine came to Portland, and they said...
Was it Jack or was it Jill?
I'm not sure. Yeah. Anyway, they put me on Romper Room as a prize.
Oh, as a little kid, that must have been a pretty big deal for you. Were you excited about it?
I was 8, not 4.
No. So damn testy about it. I don't know what the cutoff level is for Romper Room.
Well, that's for little baby kids, you know? I mean, I was embarrassed. I thought I was being punished.
Okay. Anyway, well, congratulations.
Well,
I'm sorry, I didn't know you then. And then as your education career grew, you also were good in art, right? Which were you better at, writing or the art?
Well, that's why I was a cartoonist back then. I was good at both, I guess, or not so good at either. I don't know. So I just kept on doing it. My friends and I, we sat in the back row. We kept on getting in trouble with the teachers, and we drew comics that they didn't like, you know. And this went on through high school, and they said, "You teens, you're just a bunch of teens for filth." And that's what one teacher said. And so we said, well, we're not teens for filth.
No, of course not.
No, so we formed our own political party called the Teens for Decency.
Yeah.
And our motto was, if you're against decency, what are you for? And we ran for office, and we all won.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
So you're like the American dream.
Yeah, well, you know, I hate, you know, the jerks that always run for office in high school. Yeah. I said, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be one of those guys, you know, somebody who sits in the back of the class who finally gets it, you know.
Right. And you're now living in Portland? You have a family of your own?
No, I live in Venice.
Oh, Venice. Oh, well, now that's nice, isn't it? It's interesting there in California.
Yeah, it's new age.
Yeah.
You know, the woman down the street does gong therapy very early in the morning, and bangs a gong.
Yeah.
I've tried it. It's really good, though.
Is it a? I've heard that it can be dangerous, that part of town there.
Well, if you're careful, you know, it's not so bad. This guy came to the door last summer, late one night. I was by myself. My wife had left me alone, and
hard to figure.
And this guy comes to the door and he says, "You gotta help me. It's my little brother Timmy. He's been badly hurt. He's at the hospital, but they need a deposit of $55, and I'm $5 short." And I went, "Oh, wait! How can I help you?" Yeah. And I pulled out and I gave him. I only had a 20, so I gave him a 20, and he was gone. Right. And then I went, "Uh-oh, wait a minute, wait a minute."
Hospital deposit. You're saying to yourself, what?
Yeah, what is that? And my wife comes home and she goes, "You idiot, you idiot." And I felt really stupid. And then about an hour later, there's another knock on the door, and the guy's back. And he goes, "I just want to thank," and I'm going to my wife, see, it was real, it was real. And he says, "Thanks a lot. Timmy's going to be okay. I really like to thank you." And I stepped out on the porch to shake his hand. He goes, "Just one thing, the cab, it needs change. The guy needs change. Come with me, come with me." And I follow him around the corner where it's really dark, and then I realized, whoa, wait a minute,
could be trouble.
Another trick.
Yeah.
So then I moved. Right?
So you didn't pay him the cab money?
No, I ran back inside.
All right, good
so
idea.
Then I moved a few months later, and I'm sitting up late at night. There's a knock on the door. It's the same guy. I only was a few blocks away. He's at the door again. I was so excited because now I got him.
Yeah. He doesn't recognize you.
He doesn't recognize me. So I run to my wife, who's in bed, and I say, "It's the guy. He's back. Call the police. I'll stall him." And I was really excited. And she goes, "No, don't." She goes, "I'm locking the door. I don't care what I hear. I'm not going to unlock this door." And I went back out, and I said, "Left my wallet with my wife, who went to the store. Please wait. Let's in." Right. And my wife called the police and said there was an armed robbery in progress. And so cop cars came from every direction, and the guy took off. And they almost arrested me for making a false.
Well, see, there you go. Yeah. That's what happens.
Yeah.
So your big holiday special. Are you excited about this?
Yeah. The clip you showed wasn't actually from the special.
Was not from the special.
That's an outtake.
Oh, I'm sorry, but
a blooper.
Things like that in the special.
Things like that.
Is this your first like it's a half-an-hour show?
Yeah.
First long-form animated cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And then it goes on regularly in January.
Good for you. Oh, it'll be a series then.
A series. Yeah.
Matt Groening. We'll be right back, folks. We're almost finished here. Matt, nice meeting you. Good luck with your big cartoon show. And my thanks to the Tower of Power horns. Are you coming back again tomorrow night? Okay, great. Sound terrific. And also, our thanks to Lauren Bacall. Tomorrow night on the program, kids, Ray Davis from the Kinks and Marv Albert. Have a nice night. Good night, everybody.